Hi there, my name's David Readman, and I'm on the set of my upcoming second single, The Fallen, available from the 14th of May from all good streaming sites. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my show. I think this is number 8, but it could be 7 and it could be 9. Now, nobody's really sure about that. If you can put it in the comments, comments are always welcome. I've realized recently, I watch a lot of vlogs on YouTube and a lot of different stuff. You know, it could be about anything. It could be about explosions, Chernobyl, all sorts of weird shit going on, and I love that kind of stuff, especially documentaries. But I noticed there's a lot of comments underneath. Now, I'm lacking a little bit on likes, subscribes, and comments, I feel. You know, at the end of the day, we're in this journey together. We're making a record, of course, but I'm also secretly trying to build up my YouTube channel, of course, because at the end of the day, anything I put out there, of course, you know, if you've got subscribers, if you've got 500 people, it hits 500 people. If you've got 1,000 people, it hits 1,000 people. It's just the way it goes. I just noticed it just now. I just wanted to mention it real quick. But anyway, business aside, great to be here. There was no stream on Friday night on Facebook, which was kind of weird. I felt kind of alone somewhere in a corner. I was quite used to my fun and games on Friday, but, you know, it was okay. The curfew was gone from Wednesday last week. I think it was Wednesday last week. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But shops have opened up over here, of course. We have different situations. We've lost the curfew. So that means we can hang out after 10 o'clock in the cold, man. It's raining. It's not snowing, but it's still cold for May. But may there be other days. Who's online, ladies and gentlemen? Who's online? Let's have a quick look over here. Let's go to this. Yes, indeed. Sandra's online. Hola, ¿qué tal? No, my Portuguese is rubbish. Sarah's online. She sent me 3 alien heads, which, well, I don't know what to think about that. But I'll take it as a compliment. We got Diana S. Good evening. You're in Sacramento. Possibly. Gates online. Yeah, I'm doing fine. You know what I've been doing today? I've been really, apart from a lot of other things, but the last few hours I've been working on the video, and I've actually sent a private video to a few people, you know, members of the band and stuff like that, to get, maybe they've got some kind of input, not too much, you know, because I've always believed in too many cooks spoil the broth, and that is so true. Somebody's got to have kind of a vision about what's going on, you know, and a bit of creative input's always very good. So I've been doing that the last really few hours, and my head is gonna explode, man. It's gonna be amazing. But you know, like I said in a few vlogs before, I'd like to maybe make a video for every song, but oh my god, this is the second one and it's driving me insane. So, you know, fun and games, it's got to be fun. But, you know, I've realised, you know, it's not easy. So who else is online? Sam Scott, indeed, let's rock. Carola, wie geht's dir? Das gibt's ja gar nicht, ne? Muss nicht mehr schaffen heute, oder was? Ja, ich hoffe, es geht dir gut. Ich glaube, in Deutschland ist jetzt ziemlich ernstig. Oder vielleicht ja gar nicht, aber man hat so ein bisschen so das Gefühl, manchmal, ja gut, wenn man einen Schnelltest machen muss zum Frisur, das ist schon heftig. So weit war man irgendwie gar nicht hier. Ne? Aber ja, ich habe gehört, beim DM-Markt, das muss man irgendwie machen, kostenlos. Das kriegt man ein bisschen just Grapevine. Indeed, Mario Castillo. Hola, ¿qué tal? Sí, sí, ¿qué tal? ¿Tiene tapas? I gotta laugh myself. But I love that. You know, I'm a singer, and I just love sounds. Sounds of voice and stuff like that, languages and all that kind of stuff. I love that stuff. So I just have no choice but to try and do languages and make strange noises. That's possibly where the 3 alien heads come from. But anyway. Yeah, Sam Scott, well, congratulations. Yeah, I put a different shirt on tonight. This is a Pink Cream 69 shirt. This is from the album. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sitting up a little bit here. From the album Intensified. Now, we're going to go a little bit into details about, I'm going to look on Wikipedia and let's see what happens and let's find out about what was on the record. Because it's a long time ago. My memory's pretty good, but it doesn't stretch that far back, unfortunately. There are limits to one's memory. But unfortunately, if you would ask me where you can buy this t-shirt, I couldn't tell you. But in the future, there's going to be a lot of changes with Pink Cream 69. We're going to have some amazing news coming up quite soon, and we're going to make all the t-shirts in some shape or form, like I do as well. You can check out my t-shirt, by the way, ladies and gents. Same as the artwork, and of course somewhere on this side or that side in the corner, you can pick up a t-shirt. They're not crazy expensive, and of course the money goes back into the record. Need I say it? Need I repeat myself? Yes, I need. But Sam's recognized it. It's the t-shirt Pink Cream 69 from Intensity. We got 24 people online. My goodness, it's Sacramento. Thank you, Diana S. It's a shame we can't see you. We just see a blue D. We've got to imagine. Every time I imagine you, I think of a blue circle with a D in the middle. So we've got to change that. And we need to get a t-shirt with adios. I need to make a channel t-shirt. People, if you look on YouTube on these vlogs, people do have a channel. I want to hear you rock, whatever t-shirt, But I'm waiting at the moment for the Fallen t-shirt from Jobert. He's a busy man, it seems. He seems to have no time for me, but he's going to deliver possibly tonight. There is a 4 hours difference. My designer in Brazil, so there is a delay in obviously when I'm up and wanting stuff, he's still in bed, of course. So Britta, guten Abend. Natsuko, good evening from Tokyo. Anakta, good evening, everybody. So we got Brazil in the house, we got Japan in the house, we got America in the house. It's incredible that we can all come together like this, isn't it? It's just a shame that we're forced. It's a good thing that we're doing this, but there are reasons why, but we're not going to go there. But I hope you can hear me okay tonight, ladies and gents. Going down the list. Carole, du bist aber. Du hast Frühschicht gehabt irgendwie, ne? Gibt es sowas bei wo du da arbeitest, ne? Hast mir erzählt letztens irgendwie, ich bin etwas überrascht. Ich meine, ja klar, man kann nicht den ganzen Tag irgendwie arbeiten. Ich glaube, bei euch ist heller los, ne? Weil wenn die ganze Läden zu sind, ne? Carol, yeah. Ricky Rocket, hey, cool t-shirt. Thank you so much, Ricky Rocket. We met in the Ukraine, and I've been watching on YouTube this crazy. I need to put a link somewhere. This crazy vlog from the exclusion zone, the Chernobyl exclusion zone. And see, now that I was there in the Ukraine, I wish that I would have gone there. It's like a 2-hour difference. Pipier something, or Pripyat, something like that. What an incredible place, man. I mean, of course, it's dangerous, but bit of danger sometimes. But my goodness me, I watched that stuff, and it's incredible how these people, they sneak into the exclusion zone of Chernobyl, and they stay overnight in the old buildings and stuff. It's incredible. Check it out on YouTube. It's a bit dirty if you like that, But anyway, Ricky Rocket's in the house. What we got now? We got 23 online. Daniela, hi. Hey, hola, amigos. Daniela rankt viele Grüße von deinem Mann. Habe ich den jemals überhaupt kennengelernt, ne? Der war gar nicht auf dem Schiff, ne? Alright. Dispo-Mental. Grüße der Mark, the Spider, and everybody. Hi David, Grüße aus Germany, Diana und Ochi. Ja, wie geht's euch? Ja, of course. what would a stream be? Actually, let's make this screen a bit bigger before we get into some serious business here, of course. We've got to get on the main video, yeah, to show you guys this. I'm holding him by his leg. He don't like that. Oh, man. Yeah. See, look. It's coming. Hey. Stay still. See? Hey. See? Oh, my God. He's hungry. He's hungry. Look, look. Hey. He's hungry. Oh, go back. Okay, look. He's not in the mood tonight. Good gracious me. Anyway, that was enough for the Mayhem, I think. Ja gut, es hat viel geregnet heute. Und das Wochenende war gar nicht so schlecht. Ich finde es gar nicht so kalt irgendwie. Ne? Also im Winter ist kalt. Ist arschkalt, ne? Wenn man unterwegs ist. Und ich bin ja viel draußen mit meinem Arbeit. Und ja, also ich finde es gar nicht kalt. Aber auf der anderen Seite, ja, es muss auf jeden Fall was passieren. Ne? Aber auf der anderen Seite von dem ganzen großen C ist ein bisschen scheiße, wenn es irgendwie schönes Wetter gibt. Irgendwie, aber irgendwann mal ist klar, ne? Alright. Auf dem Schiff darf er nicht. Das ist echt, das muss ich meiner Frau mal erzählen, ne? The Spider! Oh. Some people's messages are not being... Somebody's mentioned my arm, as you can see. Now, yeah, I've been working, and yeah, it's oil, unfortunately, and from my motorbike, a little bit on hands here and that. So you know, I'm not just busy streaming and making videos. I do actually do other things, and I was busy fixing my motorbike this morning, and yeah. You know, you do get a bit of a mess. And I actually made a video for someone else today, and there is this oil on my arm. I just think it's rock and roll. I could wash it off, right? But it's sort of against the rules in a way, you know, at my tender age of 50 years old. Who else is online? It's true though. It's true though. I need... Jennifer Butterfield says, you've been messing with the bike, oil on arm. Oil on arm question. Yeah. Like I said, if I'm not busy streaming, making videos, recording songs, and posting as much as I can on Facebook, I'm fixing my motorbike, of course, which always breaks down, you know. Sam Scott, I was listening to Bloodsucker of Headstrong on my way back from work. Love the song, dude. So catchy. Yeah, that's one of my songs. It's a combination of me and Dennis there. We knew we were going to make... Actually, I've got a few CDs here. We're getting into questions now. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, that. Thank you. We're less of the Mayhem. But Mayhem is important. So it was this record. Hope it's not shining. Headstrong. And that's the record that Bloodsucker is on, of course. And we knew we'd make a new record. And I was hanging out in my studio here, basically. And messing around with some riffs with a guitar. And I came up with a verse and bridge, I think, with a different refrain, actually. It was a bit more... The refrain was actually a bit more Bon Jovi, actually. It was a good refrain, and I'm still looking for that refrain for maybe this record. But I think the band liked it, but Dennis, he wanted something else. And he came up with this really cool... It's just a tough live song for a singer. You know, it's like rapping in a way. And we played it a few times. I think we played it on the ship, on the cruise. And so it was like one of those typical sort of, you know, I come up with an idea, Dennis kind of came up with a refrain, and we finished the song probably with Uwe. But that's actually a good note to mention Uwe right now. Unfortunately, you left the band quite recently, well, last year. Uwe left us after, I guess, I'll say 10 years for now, but it could be longer. But I was actually checking out the intensity on Wikipedia here. And that's a good, you know, because I've got the T-shirt on, of course. And, yeah, well, I don't have the CD here, do I? Dave. Great streaming, great streaming. Anyway, here, look, there's the artwork. No, that's the artwork of my record, of course. By the way, just get that in there in case. But the artwork to Intensity is here. That's right. So I'm going to go on Wikipedia as you're looking at the artwork, of course, in case you've never seen it. You know, because we got people on there, of course. You know, I made a few records with Pink Frame 69, and it's very possible that they've never heard of this record. You know, and with this artwork, we tried to go back to the roots and take an influence, you could say, from the first record of Pink Frame 69, where I'm not singing, of course. Remember, I'm the new singer since about 24 years or something. I feel very new, 24 years, and keeps me young, I suppose. And so I joined the band in 93, 94. And the first record was a little bit in this kind of style. And if you're checking out the artwork now, that's a real thing. It's not computer. It's two young ladies, a bit rock and roll kind of. I think one girl was in a band, actually, who has the black hair there. And these ladies are very much naked, you know. And they did the original picture. And then I think somebody... Yeah, we got somebody in, actually. It is a while back. We got somebody in to do the body painting. And then Mark Stern took the picture and did obviously some kind of computer editing towards the end. And that came out. Let's remember, this album came out. I'm looking on Wikipedia now as I speak. And is there any mention of when it came out? Here it says 2007. Possible. Very possible indeed. Yeah. So... You know, we did the photo session. I wasn't there at the photo session. We weren't allowed to be there for whatever reason. And was I there? Maybe I was. I don't know. No, I wasn't. I think the manager was there, and you know, he knew what we were looking for. And it turned out incredible. You know, it wasn't. We tried to pick up an influence like from the first record, of course. And this was record number 3, 4, 5, 6, something number 7. Going back to the Wikipedia, of course. It's always handy to have. You know, first track being, of course, Children of the Dawn, No Way Out, Crossfire. I'm Not Afraid, which was a song where me and Uwe, you know, we combined. Hour of Freedom, that was one of my songs. It's all in here, which is incredible. All the, you know, the information that you might need. Desert Land, Out of This World, you know, and incredible, really. Yeah. Let's go back to the lot to press here today. Yeah, go back to this one. Let's see the comments. That's great though. You've been messing with bike oil on arm. That's great. Oil from your stripper day job. I don't think that anybody wants to see me strip, Sarah. You know, it's definitely a good idea for me to keep my clothes on. I think when I was a young man, sometimes that you'd maybe get people screaming out, maybe, you know. And I cherish those days. Like I always say, everything was a lot better back then, and it's so true. Since what happened, I mean, even the worst day in hell 2 years ago was amazing compared to what's happening now, of course. So, you know. And people say, oh no, it was shit back then. There was no mobile phones and internet and all that crap. It was amazing. It was fantastic, you know. Anyway. Mark, yeah, what does Mark say? She had the show. Thank you very much, Mark. Oh, Glenn Williams in the house, man. Actually, you know what? Poor Glenn. Good to see him. Look, let's have a look on the phone here. Look, I don't know if you remember my little game that I played recently. I'm going to have to stop drinking this energy drink. I only drink them so. I'm just reading my messages here because I've just sent the video out to the guys and they're all giving comments, of course. Sometimes not good comments, but anyway, look, poor old Glenn. Glenn went. Where's Glenn? Girl, no. just like we learnt at school. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Russian roulette. Russian roulette. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But will he answer?
G'day, David.
Glenn, how are you, young man?
Good to talk to you, my friend.
You do realise, of course, that you're live on my show.
Yes. Hello to all your fans. I'll say, hey, g'day, mate.
Yeah, good day, mate. This is incredible. One thing I've been wanting to ask somebody from Australia, which I read recently, is that obviously you're on the other side of the planet, so you're kind of hanging upside down, aren't you?
Yes, we are. And we do have kangaroo in the backyard and sheep. And
Actually, I'll tell you something. You know yourself, because we met in Australia, of course, that time in Melbourne, wasn't it?
Brisbane.
Oh, you see? Oh, man. Oh. See, I knew it was Brisbane, man. I knew, because Brisbane's at the top, isn't it?
Brisbane, yeah, it's about halfway up the east coast of Australia.
Right. I really enjoyed it up there, because I walked around a little bit in the town there, and funny enough, I'm from a place called Burnley, right, in the UK. Now Burnley's not the prettiest place in the world, right? I mean, it's had its good and bad days, but a lot of rock and roll there. And when I was walking round in the city there, it reminded me, not really, but moments of the UK somehow. I enjoyed it very much. And I'm quite makes me quite emotional about the fact that I had the chance to come over there before all this shit went down.
I'm very lucky.
But it's incredible, because Glenn's actually he's gonna be on the record. You're gonna be. I don't know if you know that.
I am.
Glenn's gonna definitely be on the record. I'm still finalising the track. I haven't forgotten. It's like a bit of a puzzle, really. It's kind of like getting all the right sort of people on each track and stuff like that. I was checking out the music that you play, and I want to find a track that fits to you. And also recently, I sometimes I'll see somebody on Facebook and stuff who are playing a bass guitar, and I realize, this is an incredible musician. What about this and that? And it can be really spontaneous, like from one day to the next, this guy's involved or this girl's involved, So, yeah, it's just incredible. What did I want to ask you? Did you ever get that car back to your house?
The car back to my house.
Remember, see, he's forgotten already. Remember, you put something on Facebook. You were looking for somebody to drive like 450,000 million miles with a car back to your house.
Oh God, that was all a joke. That was actually, if you hadn't read that joke, because that was, so back up for everyone else. I put this thing out there. You're going to drive 1,000 kilometres. I'm going to pay you the stupid amount of money, but you must be available on February the 29th, 30th, or 31st.
That's right. And I thought,
that
wow.
was the joke. Everyone, I had people, are you still looking for a driver? And it's like, read the story. There is no February 29, 30, or 30.
Oh, right. You see, yeah, there. Well, that's me again. I'm completely stupid. You know what I mean? Because we see, it just seems so real, because obviously I thought, yeah, in Australia it's really, really normal to go and pick up a car like from thousands of miles away, and I thought you've maybe bought a new Porsche or a Jaguar or something.
Yeah. Incidentally, Night Legion are playing in Sydney this weekend, and I will be sporting at some stage my David Readman t-shirt and sweatshirt.
Oh, you picked one up then, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so fun. That's so fantastic. So thank you very much. And just like he said, they're already playing shows in Australia. So I mean, you got to imagine how lucky you are, man. I mean,
very.
I mean, the last show I did was, it was in summer, a little bit different, with Special Situation. But by, let's say, June, July, it's going to be a year for me, man, going on stage. I mean, if I go on stage now, I'm probably going to be lost, man. I won't know what to do.
What is this bass thing? What do I do with it?
Yeah, I'm going to get out there. It's going to be like, microphone? What do I need that for? You know?
What's the chords for Brown Eye Girl again?
I think you might remember that one anyway. But anyway, Glenn, fantastic, man. Thanks for talking. I could talk to you all night, man, but I got a show to run here, man.
We'll do plenty of talking when we catch up.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm just finishing the next track is sort of in the works, and it'll be on its way to you. It might take some time, you know, because, you know, obviously the connection between here and Australia is quite slow, I suppose.
Takes a while for cash.
All right, man. Peace out. Thank you for answering the phone, man. Thank you for being on my show tonight. What a amazing guy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, mate. Bye.
Well, isn't that incredible? I wanted to do that the last few weeks. Call up Glenn. He's in Australia. He's down under, mate. Save your place at a Barbie. And Australia wouldn't give a cast of mine for it for anything else. I can see the pub from here. Oh, those energy drinks. He's the winner of the freeze machine. Yeah, I mean, you know, isn't it incredible? Australia. I hate flying bugs, yeah. Absolutely incredible. What a fantastic guy. I mean, you know, we met in, like he said, not in Melbourne, it was in Brisbane. And, you know, I went there with Tank. And, you know, we were there in, I think it was June or July or something like that. You know, and obviously it was burning hot. It was incredible. But you get to Australia and it's winter, right? So it's not cold. I'm never really cold. I had like a good jacket, you know, but it's raining. There's leaves falling from the trees, you know. Now, I'm from the UK and we've always had this influence from Australia. Not necessarily the fact that they're all prisoners, of course. But, you know, we've always had neighbours on the TV and all that kind of crap. And, you know, we've had this Australian sort of influence. We always had the American influence, of course. And Australia always seemed to be so exotic, of course. And of course, there are parts of Australia that, of course, are very exotic. But where we were, you know, it was just like anywhere else. It was like a Europe, America somehow, you know. But what an incredible place. Absolutely blew my head off going there. You know, I mean, obviously the travel. And we flew every day. You know, we were going to the airport every day and we flew up. We flew in the middle, we flew down, we flew back up again and we flew back home. It was just madness, pure madness. But, you know, I never dreamt that I'd ever get there. And I did, and I'm really so thankful for that. All right, we've got 27 online. It must be a world record. I think Glenn's brought in a few of his friends from down under, mate. But there's some intern chatting going on here. It's not allowed. Klopt weer zit hier in Nederland. Dat klopt. Dat klopt echt, man. So, we're going to go back over, just in case we've got a few people online. We're going to have a look at this. So we're back. In case you've just joined us, you're watching David Readman's fun and game show on a Tuesday night. So we've got 50%, got to get this in, 50% mayhem, fun and games, and 50% constructive streaming. Scott just mentioned, did I ever meet Andy Darris? And the question to that is yes. It took a long time. It took many years. I met him like 3 or 4 times. I think the first time I met him, I don't really remember. I think it was possibly when we went, because we see Pink Cream 69, we supported Halloween long time ago now. It's probably over 10 years. We supported the guys. Yeah, maybe 9 years, something like that. We did a nice tour with a lot of people, man. It was really a nice tour. Some of the gigs were cancelled, unfortunately. But obviously we met a few times on the tour and we chatted. And I'd always met Vikey, guitar player. And it's funny because the guys used to practice in Karlsruhe. So I'd go in the local supermarket in Karlsruhe, in the centre on an evening. And sometimes I would bump into Vikey. Now, Vikey's a massive guy. This is a big guy, right? He's a chain smoker. This is a big guy. And I'd bump into him and Sasha, the guitar player. You'd always see those two guys. I know the drummer a little bit. And you'd always see those guys in this supermarket somewhere because they were staying in a hotel that was very near. And they were practicing in a practice room in Karlsruhe. You know, because Karlsruhe somehow, even though the rest of the band lived in Tenerife, and in Hamburg, Karlsruhe remains somehow, obviously with the management, it remains some kind of base for these guys, you know. And Karlsruhe is not, it's not really like a, you couldn't say it's like the rock and roll center of the universe, but somehow, you know, a lot of rock and roll's been created in that place. Crazy as it seems, beautiful place, and I'm sure looking forward to getting back to Karlsruhe and visiting again. And one time I was practicing at a music school. I used to teach a lot in music schools, and then an evening I was practicing with a band. I was jamming with some guys, and he knew the music school. Andy Darris was a good friend of the guy who ran the music school, and he was in Germany at the time. He was sitting outside, and I looked out the window and I was like, that's Andy Darris sitting outside there on his own. I was like, well, what the hell's he doing here? Has he come to see me or whatever? And then I realised. So I went outside, said hello, and we had a bit of a chat. Hey! Always friendly. Always good. So it took a long time to meet Andy, and I'd heard all about him, and I heard his name many times. In the beginning, of course, when you're playing gigs and a lot of interviews and this and that and all that kind of crap. And it was finally nice to meet the guy. But I'm thankful to him because at the end of the day, if he hadn't left the band, I wouldn't have joined Pink Cream 69, and I would have not gone to Germany. I wouldn't live in Holland now, probably. I'd possibly be still in the UK, and my mother would have seen me a lot more. So there's plus and negatives in there, you know. Did I see any dangerous animals? No. Apart from Glenn, of course. No. I didn't see a kangaroo. I didn't see any Aborigine people. You know, all these cliches. It's depends what you're going there for. I mean, we were in Sydney, and I went in the centre, and it was like going on the tube. The train station was like being somewhere in London, and it was like kind of the UK a bit somehow there. Crazy. Absolute mayhem crazy. Too much for the head. Too much for me. But no, we were in the outback a little bit. We drove to the capital, and we were in the outback a little bit. It was quite interesting, but to be honest, it was just so crazy. And I did make a vlog. You can check it out, of course, on my channel. Thank you, Kate. I know you've not been well recently, you know, and of course I'm sure, yeah, I don't think the situation that we're in makes it any worse, but I mean, everybody's suffering from all this, of course, in some shape or form, you know, and I hope you're feeling better. You know, this is what it's all about. It's about fun and games. Actually, let's cheer you up again a little bit with this spider here. He's always ready for a bit of fun. Now stay there. Look, I'll hold it like that. That's probably better. Come on, stay there. See, he's always there for a bit of fun and games, him. So what we're looking at here. It's a beautiful place. Tanja Jung, wir schaffen das. Was wir alleine nicht schaffen, dann schaffen wir das nicht zusammen. Funny Saviour, what an incredible voice, but seems like he's kind of destroyed his whole career with some breakout. But it doesn't matter anymore anyway, now we've got other problems, you know. Anyway, moving on. I got a stack of CDs here. I got Japanese versions. In case you don't know, this is the first record that I made with Pink Cream 69. This is the record Change. We recorded it in America. And let's get the chats coming up there. That's always nice. It's nice to see Tanya online, of course. Yeah. We definitely got a few more people on tonight. That's nice. 28. Yeah, that was the first record I made with Pink Cream 69. And that was, for me, the first record that I ever made at that time. Until I realized a few years later that this actually was the first record that I'd made. This is a guy called Misha Calvin, Evolution 2. And this was, I was living in London at the time. And I was auditioning for bands and doing all this kind of stuff. I was busy at that time. You know, when you're a singer, you've got to be like a musician. You've got to be a businessman as well. You know, I knew I wanted to do something. And that was not going to really happen where I was living in Burnley. I was working with bands and friends. But to get that next level of professionalism and possibly a record deal, I would have to travel. So I would look in the Melody Maker and look at advertisements. And I found this guy. And he called me up. He liked the demo. And I went down there. And I was living down in London for a few months. And I worked together with this guy. And we practiced in a practice place. An incredible place, actually. And next door were Motorhead. Now, Motorhead were rehearsing next door to where we were. So when I went outside to get a drink or a cup of tea or whatever, I met Lemmy. Lemmy was standing there. You all right, mate? And, you know, we had a bit of a chat and whatever. He smelled like TCP for whatever reason. And that's a strong smell, possibly for the vocal cords. And I was living down there, and I made a few demos with this guy, Misha Calvin, and he was from Yugoslavia, I think, and crazy guy, completely crazy guy. I mean, he didn't stick to what we'd made, you know, what we decided we were going to do, money wise. So that was a big problem. And I had to survive, and I had to live somewhere, of course, and. So we made a few demos, and what he did is when I left London and left the band, he released a record anyway with me singing on it, you know. So I don't think many people have heard those tracks. But then I realized when I was I think I was in Holland, or I was somewhere, and this guy came up to me and said, "Hey, David, did you realize that this guy had released this CD?" And I didn't. I had no idea. So, you know, that was actually my unknown first album. Here we go. Craig Boyd's online. Oh, thank you, Craig, man. Andy's online. You speak great English. Well, that's funny, isn't it? I have the CD, wonderful. Endangered cover. Andy. Ja, klar. Also. Ich weiß gar nicht, was du da damit meinst irgendwie, ne? Aber ja, ich bin ja Engländer, ne? Komischerweise, ne? Und vielleicht magst du noch ein bisschen Spaß. Aber, ne, Andi, schön, dich auf jeden Fall zu sehen, irgendwie jetzt gerade auf meinem Live-Show. Absoluter Wahnsinn. Wir haben noch 20 Minuten oder sowas und das haben wir ganz toll gefühlt heute Abend mit Glenn anrufen und ein bisschen über verschiedene CDs. Tonight I've got the Pink Cream 69 t-shirt on, as you can see, and yeah, we're all doing good. It seems everybody seems to be safe. We're opening up a little bit in the UK. Over here in the Netherlands we've opened up a little bit, and I'm still waiting for my vaccine, of course. Doesn't look good. It looks like June, unfortunately, and I've had offers to get a vaccine, actually. Crazy as it seems. But hey, you know, Craig's online. Thank you, Craig. Sam, endangered cover. Pre-gig rituals. I think when I was younger, I had some sort of weird stuff, and you know, not really, not really. I think as you see, before this all happened, I mean, I was out there every weekend. You know, I was out there every weekend somewhere. Like sometimes ridiculous, you know, like weeks on end on tour, and then I'd be out with this band, and I'd fly off to Spain, and it was madness. It was a mad time, you know. So like you get to the point where you go on stage, and it's like sometimes it's never boring, but it's not a big deal anymore. Sometimes you get a shock though. I was actually doing a Go Music tour, and it was a small club thing, and I was doing like 10 days, you know, so it was every night 10 days on stage, and it's no problem. And we had the chance of playing the Knockout Festival in Karlsruhe with Pink Cream 69. It's a few years ago now. So I was used to playing these small clubs. It was busy. It was probably about 400 people in a club or whatever. Very nice. 10 days, small club tour. I get back to Karlsruhe. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Watch out, people. I get back to Karlsruhe, and now the Knockout Festival is 6,000 people. So I'm kind of backstage, and I'm all flying stuff, and I'm just hanging out. You know, I've just come back from this 10-day club tour, and I'm feeling good, and my voice is good and everything. And I open the curtain, and I'm like, whoa. There's 6,000 people out there, man. It's madness, you know. Now, I didn't do any rituals, and I think I'm probably my pants, you know what I mean? And I went out there and just exploded with adrenaline, because it was just such a shock, you know, from doing this club thing, few people, to 6 or even 7,000 people in this arena type place, you know what I mean? Oh my God. So it's not always the same. Ja, das stimmt, Britta. Das ist ja eine Sprache, was man irgendwie gar nicht lernen muss. Aber das Blöde ist, wenn man, ist das schön, dass man eine Sprache lernen kann. Das finde ich ganz wichtig. Und van Engeland, dat is de waanzin. En intussen kan ik al een beetje Nederlands. Weet je wel, ik moet eigenlijk de hele dag Nederlands praten hoor. Dat vind ik ook geweldig. But you know, someone who's from the UK, you've got English in there. And for a lot of these countries, like Germany and the rest of Europe, they've got English as a second language, you know, and it's just part of it, you know. They just sort of learn it from somewhere, especially the kids today. Whereas if you're from the UK, you really have to work hard to have some extra language, you know. And to learn a language is just, it's a life's work, you know. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there are people out there that are talented. They go to college and stuff. I never went to school or anything for any of my languages. And it's a life's work. It never ends. There's always something around the corner where you go, oh yeah, now I realize, you know. It's a life's work. But to be able to live in a country, you need to be able to speak the language. You need to be able to speak the language, and that from that moment you start to get to know the people of that country for real. Then, you know, you cannot be in a country and not know the language. You'll get to know the people, but not the real people, not how they tick. The only way to know that is to know the lingo. And that's how I feel. We better get this tape going. Yeah. Moving on, we got the chat up there. That's all good. Just by the way, this was my first solo record. Was released in 2007 originally with different artwork, and I don't have that one, unfortunately. It's quite often like that. You know, you don't actually have the CDs that you made. Then I released it again in 2013, I think, or 14. And with this different artwork that Jobert made. And with the new artwork, we're trying to, it's not the same, but we're trying to keep that kind of thing going on a little bit, you know. And yeah. So I redid the artwork and put a few extra tracks on there and re-released the record, and yeah, it sold a lot. It sold a lot in this way and also with the original backup. What else I got here? Important stuff. Of course, you can check out also a video I've got from this band, Room Experience. It's a band that I haven't talked about so much recently, and this is an Italian band, and I have a lot to do with the Italian country. For whatever reason, they started to do more and more rock music, and this is a guy that I met. I met him personally, but we talked on the phone a bit in the beginning, and it was something that we did online as usual, and it turned out to be an incredible record. It's a bit softer than the normal stuff that I've done before, a bit more AOR, you could say, melodic rock, but that's the Japanese version, and Gianluca, and he, incredible guy, incredible songwriter, and he managed to make two incredible records, But there is a video from the second record that you can check out on my vlog. Who's online? 26. Du bist eine Sprachtalent, David, finde ich faszinierend. And actually we speak the same language, says Tanya. Natsuko, love it. I know you listen to it, Natsuko. Yeah, a few people have, a Sprachtalent, a language talent. I'm very happy about that kind of compliment, and it's, but it's a life's work, at the end of the day, and I think being a singer, I analyze the way that things sound, you could say, and I kind of copy it probably, and I think there's the grammatic that you've got to get into, and the way that the language is built, and the slang and all that kind of stuff. It's just a mountain, and I'm busy with that, of course, with the Dutch language at the moment, and I've in the last 5-6 years I've definitely achieved a lot, but there's still a long way to go. Yes, I know, Natsuko. I know you love that record. I've realized you've been watching it online, which is just absolutely fantastic. So here we go. This is just in case you've tuned in, this is the Fallen, the artwork of my new single, which is coming up. I'm busy working on the video as we speak. Of course, it's going to be a lockdown video at the end of the day. That's what it is. Everybody's sending in their files that they've done at home, but I'm really striving and trying to make this cool, for everybody. And of course, it's important to me to have a video that represents this incredible song, the second single, Yeah, back to the main video. Let's have a look what we got here. It's so hard to, well, the only way honestly to learn, in my opinion, another language, you gotta be there. You're 24/7 surrounded by this language. And what you do in the beginning is, I remember with the German language, I heard alles klar. Kind of translated everything clear. Or like, yeah, okay, we're okay, it's good, kind of thing. Alles klar, everything's clear, it's, And you hear that for the first time, and then you ask the question, well, what does that mean? And they're kind of like, yeah, well, I can't really translate it, but yeah, kind of means that. And little words stick out. So you're spending days on end collecting words. Sometimes you write them down, of course, in the beginning. And a lot of these words, they have a connection with the English language, of course, which helps. And some words are nothing to do with the English language whatsoever. We're talking about a Germanic language, be it Dutch or German. And of course, the English language is apparently Germanic. Because, you got a lot of words in there that are the same in a way. But of course, there's different alphabet and the way it's spoken. And so some words have absolutely no connection whatsoever. So I would imagine that word isn't it as an English word because it sounded close, of course, a different meaning, so that I could remember the word in the beginning, and then it would always lead on to the German word. You got to have certain ways to remember this stuff. You know what I mean? It's horrific. And then when you start with another language, of course, the Dutch language is very close to the German language, which is a good help, a good start. But it's like 50% great and 50% negative, because you cannot come to Holland and start speaking to somebody in the German language. You know, you can do that in a holiday area, possibly, and they will return in German. But if you're in a place like where I live and you speak to someone in German, they won't know what, they'll think you're from a different planet, you know. Here we go. Noriko, hi David, I was sleeping, good morning. Are you planning having a concert that only plays the music you're solo? Mark's busy tonight. Ja, Dutch is very easy. Ja, ja, tuurlijk. Heel makkelijk is dat, ja, zeker. Yeah, I mean, you know, once this is all over and we can get back out there, I'd love to do some solo shows. There's already a band lined up. There's no doubt about it. I got the musicians, possibly from the record, or just some guys that I know that will be able to play this stuff without any trouble. Of course, Julian will be involved on keyboards, my sidekick. So that's the plan. We got Hawks Radio online, it seems. We've got Eric. Eric's online. Whoa. This has to be a first. Good evening, Eric. I'm gonna be doing an interview tomorrow with Eric for Hawks Radio, Night Flight Radio. And that's fantastic. I mean, I've done a few interviews for this first track, and quite often people want the whole record before they'll really do anything for you. But these guys, Night Flight Radio, Hawks Radio, especially Eric and Mark, they've helped me so much recently playing the track. It was, I think it was the Thunder track or something like that, or whatever they call it, of the week, the first track. These guys are waiting for the next track, and they're going to play it again for a week, you know, and it's just incredible. This is the support that we all need to make this record. Rizzy Rocket, what is the one place you maybe or not when you don't play yet? The one place that I've not played, well, I've played in, you know, I haven't played in China. And I've played in a few places. I've been very lucky. There's no doubt in that, you know. I've been a very lucky guy. Yeah, played in America. It'd be nice to play in New York, of course. And I actually played in London for the first time a couple of years ago, so that was done. I played in Japan 2 years ago now already. Is it 2 years? And difficult to say. That's one of those questions where you just, you know, I can't answer it off my head, to be honest. Maybe a concert in Burnley, in the Mechanics, you know. That's right, Power Song of the Week. And how many we got online? 26. Power Song of the Week. So it was like, you know, these guys really supported me big style. And they're waiting for this next track. The new single comes out on the 14th. So it's not long to go. It's the 4th today. So we're talking 10 days. So 10 days I have to get this video finished. It's doable. I don't think we've got any problems there. But anyway, we're coming up to the top of the hour. It's been really incredible. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in again tonight. I hope you enjoyed my Mayhem show. 50% Mayhem, 50% constructive, intelligent streaming. And, you know, it's getting more lighter and lighter, hopefully getting a bit warmer. And you guys are going to be out on a barbecue, of course, in the future. So I'm just enjoying, you know, grabbing you guys while I can. And it's nice that everybody's still tuning in. yeah, let's hope that everybody stays safe and well. And don't forget to pick up the t-shirts. The GoFundMe is kind of slowed down a little bit. I think stuff still could happen, but we've done so amazing. It's been so amazing. Also PayPal and GoFundMe. It has been really incredible. It makes this all possible to make the record. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm making a solo record. The first single has just been released last month. The second one will be out on the 14th, The Fallen. It's my second solo record. I did a GoFundMe. We're at €4,060 from 5. Some people have also donated on PayPal, which has already paid for the mix for the first 2 tracks and the artwork. And I also have a nice t-shirt. So if you check out below, there's a lot of links down there for you to check out. Don't forget to get some nice comments going on if you enjoyed the show, some likes, all that kind of stuff. All contributes to the channel. Really important stuff. YouTube like that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm trying to build up, get more and more subscribers involved in the channel. And it's like, if it's just a nice thing that, you know, when you put something out there, you make a video or a vlog or whatever, that everybody gets the email or whatever, and they go and check it out. You know, you're busy doing your thing, and it's nice to get some kind of feedback, you know, about what you're doing, of course. So let's look at the last. Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much. And yes, we gaan gehaktballen eten. Mark, ik moet iets tegen jou zeggen, jongen. Ik heb nooit een gehaktbal nooit gegeten. Ik eet geen vlees. En ja, dat is soms een beetje lastig, weet je. Je bent bij iemand thuis en op verjaardag. En ze zeggen, hey, wat wil je eten, David? En ja, ik zeg, wat hebben jullie dan? Vlees en nog meer vlees, hè? En het is wel een beetje lastig soms, hoor. Maar ja, maakt niet uit. Maakt niet uit. Adios! Nice stream. Thank you, Anakta, Mark, Sarah, Diana, Eric. Good to see you, my friend. Kate, take care, young lady. Rizzy Rocket. Oh, yeah. What a lovely lady. Who else we got? Noriko, nice to see you. Lovely to see you. Anakta. A lovely girl. Sam Scott. Of course. Natsuko. From Japan, of course. Britta. Schönen Abend. Wünsche ich dir. Sandra. Craig, great to see you, brother. Get some braids going on. Anybody else that I've forgotten? Sam. If I forgot you, Dispoina Metal. I'll never be able to speak that out. Jennifer Butterfield, of course, maybe she's still watching. Or she's watching Coronation Street. Whoever knows. Carola! Wünsche dir auch einen schönen Abend. Du hast ja heute Morgen ziemlich früh gearbeitet, so wie ich das verstehen soll kann. Anyway, there's only one thing to say at this important point on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name's David Readman. And it appears that I'm tuning out. And there is only one thing to say. And that is... Adios! Hi there, my name's David Readman, and I'm on the set of my upcoming second single, The Fallen, available from the 14th of May from all good streaming sites.
so wrong to know that love is blind. I've been searching for the reason in my heart. Now I know time will play